Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chessophile Show.
Okay, welcome to the main game now. I will explain the format. First, there will be a chess quiz. Then there will be a chess puzzle. And then there will be puzzle battle between both of you. This is the basic format. Then there will be 4 lifelines. Number 1 is to ask Google for help. Number 2, you can eliminate wrong choices, 50% of the wrong choices when there are questions with options. Number 3, you can ask a friend for help. And number 4, you can pass the question. These are the 4 lifelines you have. In case I feel I have to give you an additional lifeline, then I will give you the host lifeline, which is called the flip. The flip, what happens is when you choose flip, you will get another question instead of the question which is already given to you. Just flip the question. It is Q time, and the first question is to Swayams. Which great player is called the magician from Riga?
Okay. Mikhail Tal.
Mikhail Tal. Okay, this was easy. As is usually in my show, the first question is easy to just give you some boost. Okay.
So we have to be scared of something.
Okay. Let's go to the next question then. That was very easy. Question is to Anwesh. Which world champion was famous for his exchange sacrifices?
Tigran Petrosian, yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Tigran Petrosian is the right answer. Are you a fan of Petrosian?
Yes. There was one time when I hope you know Grandmaster Shamsundar, yeah. So he used as a fun, so he used to call me Tigran Petrosian. He said your style is resembling to Tigran Petrosian. I of course do not agree with him, but yeah, he told me this. I think it was in Hastings. So he told me this.
Acha. So it was Swayams, it was Sham who said this.
Yeah. Although he might be kidding, I'm not sure. At that time, anything is possible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was easy. Both the questions were easy. I am personally a fan of both the players, but I must admit that I have seen more games of Petrosian than of Thar.
For me,
Okay.
it was just because I cannot play like Tal.
Okay. So we'll go to the next question. The next question is to Swayams. Who defeated Karpo by playing e4, a6?
Okay, I know it's Miles. I'm just trying to recall his full name. Anthony Miles, I guess.
Yes. It is Tony Miles.
Yeah, Tony Miles.
Yes, your answer is right. Tony Miles, a very creative player. So have you seen that game?
I had seen the game because, okay, how can you, this is what I wondered, how can you play e4, a6 and just win against Karpo? But,
was there any reaction like a shock? Because when I came to know that this had happened, like Karpo lost when his opponent played e4, a6, I was like literally shocked. I was not able to believe, and I saw that game many times to believe, to believe that this actually happened.
more likely it was curiosity about the game rather than about shock. I was really curious how anyone can play a6 and win against Karpo. So I just wanted to see out of curiosity.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. So the show is quite easy so far because you both are answering in a blitz mode. Okay. Next question to Anwesh. Which Indian national champion employed knight f3, knight f6, rook g1 in the game?
I think it's Aravind Chidambaram, yeah. So he used it once. I think in Commonwealth he used this.
Correct. Your answer is right. Yeah, so you keep an eye on the trends also then.
No, well, I'm a big fan of him actually. So, I mean, I'm actually a fan of all the youngsters now. So, yeah, this is a good way, keeping up with chess as well, and following your younger generation and see how innovative they are and how fearless they are. So, it's a good thing, I believe. So, yeah, I have seen that game also, to be honest.
So I asked him that if he played, when can we see this knight f3 rook g1 g4 again?
Mm-hmm.
So he told me that he has already played a second game.
Yes,
In
I did check his game yesterday before setting all the questions. I just want to wanted to make sure if my question is correct. So I was checking, and I came across another game, and then I came across another game. Like in one game
three games.
he has played knight f3, knight f6, rook g1. In one game he's played knight f3, knight f6. After b3 he's playing rook g1.
Uh,
So if you just do a search with position knight f3, rook g1, you will see a lot of games where Arvind has played it.
Very creative player.
Yeah, and also in the Indian chess.com league, he did play this h5, e4, nf3,
Excellent.
nf6, d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, h5, I think, here. So, very creative
This
guy.
one I didn't know.
Yeah, this happened just 2 days back.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So it's very neck to neck. I mean, both have been able to answer the questions very easily. At least I feel the next question should be, should be slightly tougher. There's one condition though, where I think in question 6 and 7, you cannot use ask Google for help lifeline. I forgot to mention this.
Sure.
Okay.
Something you must remember. And another thing, it's a good idea to have your favorite chess piece next to you so that if you know the answer, you can just raise. So, what's the favorite chess piece? Pawn. Okay, Swayams has got a pawn. And what about Anwesh? Anwesh has got a black knight. Anwesh, can you please show it towards your right? Like, yeah, now it's visible.
This is fine, yeah.
You can see. Yeah. All right. So, we have a dark knight and we have a white pawn. Okay, thank you. Now let us go to the next question. D4, D5, E4. What is the name of this gambit?
Mhm. Not really sure. So we don't have choices here.
Yeah, there are no choices, but you have 4 lifelines.
Okay.
It's like D4, D5, E4, D takes E4,
E4 F3.
Knight C3, Knight F6, F3. That one, yeah.
Okay, I'm not aware of this.
Uh-huh. So at least there is some question that can become a challenge now. At least some like there's some difficulty involved. So now it becomes a lot fun. Let's see. Let me remind you that you have 4 lifelines. If you are not sure, you could use Google for help, or you could pass the question, or you could ask a friend for help. But if you were to ask me, I think if you are not sure, it's good to have a flip. But let's see if Swayams know. I mean, Anwesh knows this. Anwesh, I don't see a black knight.
No, I have absolutely no idea how it's called. So I know this that D4, D5, Knight C3, Knight F6 is called Veresov's. So that I am sure about, but
That is
I'm not.
because you played yourself.
Yeah, I mean I have played it a couple of times, I guess, but I have no idea about this E4. I mean how it's called, I have no idea. I have played also E4 and I was at the receiving end of E4 many times, but
Uh-huh.
I just don't remember the name how it's called.
So just I wanted to know that if we flip the question, then
Mm-hmm.
we are again going to get a similar question with another gambit, right?
Possibilities are that you might get an easier question.
Okay, possibilities. Okay, probably I'll go with Google.
You will go with Google. Okay, yes, you can ask Google for help. So Swayams has decided to use his lifeline, ask Google for help, and we are letting him do that. So now you can do a Google search, D45 E4, and D takes
Okay.
E4.
So how much time do I have for the search?
There is a lot of time. This is not phone a friend kind of thing. So you can take your time. Let's see.
My Google refuses to help us. Okay, I get it.
So what is it
It's
called?
known as Blackmar
Diamond
Demar.
Gambit.
Ah,
Yeah.
Black Madonna.
Correct. Yeah, that's the right answer. I have personally played with both colors, and I've only used it in the Blitz games, and it is very nice. If the player playing black doesn't know, then it's like that variation in Karokan where they play F3, right? E4, C6,
Yeah,
F3.
yeah.
So that kind of initiative you get. Okay, so at least some challenge was involved. I am glad that that question was tough, considering how fast you both were answering the previous questions. Okay, so now, Swams, you have three lifelines, and now let us go to Anwesh. Anwesh, the next question is going to come in front of your screen now. E4, C5, B4. What is the name of this gambit?
Was it Wings Gambit?
Correct. It's wing gambit. Yes, you're right. You got lucky here. How do you know about this?
So there was this game between, I think it was Debashis who was at the receiving end from Black, and his opponent was a young guy, Pranit Surya, if I remember him correctly. And probably this was the match. I mean, so it was in World Juniors 2011, Chennai, I guess. And this was their game. So it was E4, C5, and B4. And so I saw the game and I was actually following Praneeth Surya that time because he used to play King's Gambit, and then I saw this opening, and yeah, I knew that it was Wings Gambit when I analyzed this game.
Okay,
So
this
yeah,
is interesting how your friend indirectly saved you here.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I have known this E4 C5 B4 move, but yeah, so about the name I came to know that time.
Okay, you passed this test. Right. So let us go to the next question. This is to Swayam. Name the two players from Orissa who have won the national rapid title.
Okay. One I know for sure, 2017, it was Anwesh in Calcutta.
Yes.
So second, if I'm correct, it's Devashish in Raulkela, the year I think 2014 or 15, 15 I guess.
15. Yes. Correct. So that answer is right, and I wanted to use this opportunity to ask Anvesh, how was your experience of winning that national rapid title?
Oh, it was pretty amazing actually. So, I mean, the tournament I played was so I was a student that time, probably in my final years, and I just came home. So it was my last break, probably before the semesters. So I said, okay, I'm already bored at home, so I should just go and play some tournament. And it was happening in Kolkata, and it's very near to our place. So I just said, okay, I'll just go. And also, it's a fun fact. So my friend, this Subhashri, she was working in TCS that time in Kolkata, and so just thought, okay, we'll go and have a good time. And
Okay.
it was, well, the tournament turned out to be very good for me. And yeah, it was a very nice experience. And I could see that I am not that bad in speed chess. So I was playing not, I mean, I was playing in a good form, you can say, or I was not making so obvious blunders. And yeah, that probably helped me. So I think the only thing helped me in that tournament was a lot of players were trying to beat me in equal positions and they end up
Uh-huh.
losing. So probably that was the thing. That was the thing which helped me win the event.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
this is the national title you have won, or you have won another national title apart from this?
I won under 17. Yeah, under 17, I think I won also.
Oh, so we both
Yeah,
have that in common.
yeah. So yeah, I think that event Swayams was also playing, and he was runners up. I think in that exact the same event in under 17.
Uh-huh. Which year was this?
This was 2010 also, I guess, or 9 or 10.
I
No,
guess
cannot
nine.
be 10.
Yeah,
It's
because
2010.
Because
then
10
9.
was won by Stanny, I won the 11. So,
So it was 9 for sure. Yeah, we
uh-huh.
went Greece for, yeah, so it's 9 definitely.
Uh-huh, okay. All right. That was an interesting thing to visit your national title. I mean, I know how big it is to win a national rapid title because it like you top the entire field, and I'm sure you were not the top five seats. So
Yeah,
right.
I was somewhere close, but yeah, I think not the top eight because I remember Grandmaster Deepsen Gupta was playing,
Yeah.
and
So
many grandmasters. I mean, there was R. R. Lakshman also. So
quite a
I think
tough field.
yeah, it was a decent field. Yeah, so
One
can
thing
say.
I want to ask here because I mean this is a question running in my mind. Like, let's say you are in the hospital and you are doing your job. Has it
Mhm.
happened that a particular position has just come into your mind, but you are you are there about to do some surgery or something related to the patient? Has this happened
Uh,
to you?
I will say no. I mean, if I'm free, yeah, sometimes I think about chess. But if I'm on duty and I'm, treating patients, so I have never done a surgery by myself. I have assisted so far, but yeah, even during those situations, no, I don't think chess ever popped up into my mind.
No,
I
I
think
think in even in terms of like assisting, the doctor says the main doctor says that hey, give me the Caesar. If you are not attentive, then it's still dangerous.
um no, so assist is not like just handing out things. So you have to do some maneuvers also. So it's
Like,
like a teamwork. When you are doing a surgery. So
oh,
the
okay,
instrument the woman who provides instruments. So she is usually the head nurse. You can say.
uh huh, uh
So
huh,
she's there and she handles the instrument and everything. So well, no, but even with assists, it's not that easy as it sounds. So you have to
yeah,
look out for many things and
true,
so
yeah, I
assist
can
is
imagine.
basically, the main thing will be dealt by the main surgeon or the head surgeon, and you have to take care of all other things. So, and these minor issues can be a major issues if you don't deal with them properly.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think chess. It's not a. I mean, I never think about chess positions during. So it's a bit tense
But how
moment.
about if we reverse the situation? How about, let's say, you have just come out from a tough day and now you are playing, let's say, some blitz games, and suddenly that image, that experience from the hospital scene is coming. Has that also happened, or?
I think many times.
Oh, that has happened. Okay.
That has happened many times. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's. I mean, this has happened a lot of times. I think so. Usually, I come and I play some games just to you can say relax. So that's how. So I play some faster formats like 1+0 or sometimes 3+0. So this
Yeah, I
gets
have seen you play online 1+0. Yeah.
yeah, and so basically, well, 1+0 is it's kind of an adrenaline booster. But I play 1+0, just to calm down. So because I'm so much stressed already, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I do. But that has been a routine for a long time, and I mean it works well with me.
Okay, that was good to know. Those were questions from my side, and I was curious, and so I put them. Okay, so now it's time to go to the next question. Who is the second grandmaster from Orissa?
Grandmaster Swayams Mishra.
True, yeah, right. So, Swayams, I, as a chess player myself, would like to know about your journey of becoming a GM. So, please elaborate on your journey of becoming the grandmaster.
So my first norm, it was not quite difficult. Okay, it was difficult, of course, but I managed to make the first two norms quite fast. And last norm, it was then I was struggling a lot. So I was quite close to the third grandmaster norm, and I was missing it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe 1 year I used to miss two norms or three norms, and it also happened in one of the tournaments where Niranjan made his grandmaster norm.
Yeah.
So I played with him. I was completely winning, and I managed to mess up and make a draw.
Yes,
And
yes.
after that, I still had an opportunity to make a knock if I had won the last round, but okay, my opponent generally plays well in the last rounds, and I get no opportunities to win. So this was going on for quite some time. Then at some point of my career, I decided, okay, not to focus so much about becoming a GM or not, and just try to enjoy playing as like playing good games and enjoy playing rather than focusing on results. So then last year in 2019 May, I was playing in a close tournament in Poland where I managed to make my final game now, and it
Mm-hmm.
was with a round to spare. So uh,
Oh.
I did not have much difficulties in that, and I remember in that tournament before the last, I needed two draws to make the norm, and I was playing against pretty low-rated players and low-rated in comparison to the tournament strength.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, I decided to play for a win, and I won the game. So I did not try to think about norm or other stuff. So I guess what worked in my favor was not to think so much about the norm or the achievements or results.
Okay, so one question I would like to ask here, like just now that you were in that situation where you were getting the norm one round in advance, like one round to spare, but did you have this thought? What happens if my opponent doesn't turn up the next day?
So that was not a thought; it was a fear. Actually, I had this fear in my mind. So I was actually more worried because my opponent was not doing well in that tournament. I think he scored probably 1 or 2 points, and out of which I drew with him in the last round. So I was really worried that okay, it's a horrible tournament for him, and if it doesn't happen, and this won't be in my hands also. But okay, I think I was playing against Ranpan. I would like to mention him. So he's a talented guy from your state, Karnataka,
Mm-hmm.
and he came to the board and he decided to fight. And I think he completed his international master requirements recently,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think I'm very happy that I was able. He arrived before I reached the tournament hall. So I reached
Oh,
the tournament hall at 8:30 in the morning. So round was at 9, and he was there already before I reached.
okay, that was good. So, yeah, this did happen to me. I think like, but no, I was having these norm chances on the last day, but my opponent at one point he did not turn up for a long time, and then just when there were 2 minutes left, he came. But then I could not make the norm during that game. Like I lost the game. But yeah, I experienced that feeling. Like what happens if your opponent doesn't come? When you have a norm chance. So that is why now personally I have experienced that you play like when I'm going through your games or when I have played a lot of games with you, I have experienced that you're very tenacious. Like you fight back and have a lot of resistance, give a lot of resistance, pose a lot of problems, tricks, and you're also swindled. Especially in my games, I have seen that. So this has come naturally to you, or did you like do something for this particular aspect of chess?
So in our younger days, we used to train together. Me, Anvesh, and Devashish, Padmini, Kiran, Manish. So during those training games, we used to play training games, and during that games, if it's a bad position, then I would be the one who is defending, and if it is a good position, I would make a bad move on the first move itself for some reason, and again I have to defend that position. So it was like okay, a training game for me to defend. So whatever the position I used to make a habit of defending, and from there, I got better with practice.
Uh-huh. So that became good point for you to train. So that is the reason you are very tenacious during.
Yeah, but I would not say that it was intentional. It was unintentional, and it happened.
Yeah, but they're not just against me. I have seen a lot of games where you have made miraculous comebacks. Like, let's say I see your game and then go back to my room and I see the result, it is completely opposite. And I think, oh, this is a shock. Like, this has not happened once or twice. It has happened many times.
In some games, it shocked for me also.
Okay. All right. So we will now move to the next segment where you will have options. Okay. Who invented the ELO rating system? A. Morris, B. Arpad, C. Kenneth, and D. UV.
We are part.
B. Arpad.
Yeah,
You very sure?
yeah, very sure.
Did you do homework before coming to the show?
No, I was okay, maybe, but okay. This question was pretty easy because I have some, let's say, interest in stats and
Uh-huh. That
numbers.
is
So yeah, I for a fact know that it's our party, you know.
Anwesh, did you know about this?
Yeah, I just heard about this. Like he was a mathematician or a statistician. I'm not sure about his profession, but I knew that it's named after this professor Hello or
Yeah.
something. I had a, I mean, this sort of. I just heard about it. I never read about it, but yeah, I just know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it was,
named after
I
him.
knew the answer, Arpat. Yeah.
Okay. He actually built his work over the option C. Like you can see, Kenneth, he also worked on rating, but it was Arpad who built on his analysis and came up with his
Yeah.
system. Okay, and that max UV was just an option to confuse you. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. The next question is to Anvesh. What is the full form of FEN? FEN.
Fan. The first time you said it, I'm already thinking that it's some sort of medicine term, but yeah, not I'm not getting anything. So, well, I know that FEN we use this some sort of notation, yeah. So
Yes.
probably it should be well. So okay, I can see the
You have the
options.
four options.
Yeah, and everything has notation in it. Okay,
Yes, so you were right about it.
okay. So,
A for an easy notation, B for Sith Edwards notation, C floor UV notation, and D file easy notation.
So my instinct says it should be floor AV notations, but I'm not sure entirely about it. To be honest, recently Swayams only told me about these sort of notation. I mean, I have seen those notations, but I never knew they were called FEN. Then I thought, okay, it's some sort of computer abbreviation, and just now I'm getting clear that it's just a normal abbreviation made on two names.
Yeah.
So
So
okay,
Swayams, do you know this answer? Because I don't see a pawn there.
No, I have a guess, but I'm not 100% sure about this. I know the purpose of FEN and stuff,
yeah,
so I'm trying to guess an option. Yeah.
we should guess something. So probably
You have four lifelines. I wish to remind you if you have any confusion.
okay. So we'll go with Google in this thing. Okay.
Okay, so Anvesh is going to use, he's decided to use the Google lifeline, ask Google for help, and we are letting him do that.
Okay. I already see that it's Forsyth Edwards notation. That's
Correct.
the okay.
Right, so there are names of two people who worked on this.
Yeah, I can
That
already
is
see
why.
that.
That is
Okay.
why it's called Forsyth Edward notation. Now there is one question which did not make to the set of questions today because I felt it would be too easy to ask. But I'm just asking just to know what is PGN? Do you know this?
Sorry.
P
The full form of PGN, yeah.
Yes,
It's portable game notation, I think.
correct. Yeah, I'm glad I did not ask that because I felt it was easy and yeah, you're right. So PGN is the right answer. Okay, now
Yeah.
the sixth and seventh question, you cannot use Google for help, But here in your case, you both have not got that lifeline. That makes it easy.
Said it earlier.
Okay.
We made your job easier.
Yeah.
So it was you skipped telling about it. So I think there was no need also.
Yeah. In a way, good. All right.
Yeah.
So I feel this is, let's say, the toughest question of the lot, of the day. Let's see how you both do. The next question will come in front of your screen now. So there will be a few things about the player, and you will have to tell who this player is. Who is he? He was born. By the way, this question is open. It's you both can answer this question.
Okay, Afro.
He was born on 7th January 1916. His GM title was formalized in 1950. He was an excellent tennis player and he had great success employing e4, c5, knight f3, d6, b4. He won the Avro chess tournament in 1938 and he was nicknamed as the Eternal Second. Now, if you decide to use a lifeline here, I will give you another clue. If these lifelines are, I mean, if these clues are enough, then you can tell me who the player is. And this question is open to both of you.
So when you tell about tennis player, I just think about Spassky, but I'm not sure about his date of birth in this
No,
situation.
Kaspersky did not win in 1938 for sure.
Yeah, I mean that it's no way it's possible. So that's what I'm just thinking too.
And
The lifeline here that you can use here is phone a friend.
For a friend.
But if you decide to use phone a friend, I will give you another clue while you are on the call.
So
okay,
if anybody calling
think
any friend, it should be Swayams. He has a lot of intelligent friends.
if I call a friend, I don't think I'm sure a clue won't be needed also.
Uh-huh.
But let just think. I have some ideas, but
About Avro, I have some ideas, but I'm not sure. Eternal second, yeah, that should be a good clue, but
Eternal Second. Have you
yeah.
been a second to anybody?
Me, yeah, I have worked.
Okay.
okay. So out of us, who is going to answer the question?
I mean, it is open. Like this question and the next
Anybody can answer, yeah.
anybody can answer, and the only lifeline I think
Can
you can
answer for
use.
us.
Pardon?
Niranjan can answer for us. Means
Yeah, I'm usually asked to answer the questions myself, but I think it's more fun if you guys do it.
yeah. Okay, let's use phone a friend.
So
What
who
do
will
you
you
think?
call?
I was thinking about Kidambi.
All right, you can try. So Swayams
Sure, sure.
has decided to take this challenge, and he has decided to call a chess friend, and we are going to use. He's going to use the lifeline. Call a chess friend.
Hello. Hello, Anna. This is Swayams. I'm in Chessophile Show with Niranjan. And Anwesh is also here. So I have a question. So I need help from you because this is I have chosen the lifeline. Call a friend, phone a friend. Okay. So the question is, who is he? So there are some hints, 6 hints, and you have to tell which player is this. So the first hint is he was born on 7th January 1916. And second one is his GM title was formalized in 1950. The third one is he was an excellent tennis player too. Fourth one, he had great success employing e4, c5, knight f3, d6, b4. Third move b4. B4, yeah. for Bombay. Yeah. And fifth one is he won the Avro chess tournament in 1938. And sixth one is he was nicknamed as the Eternal Second.
Okay, I think it's Paul Keres.
Yeah, Paul Keres. You're sure about this? I also
Yeah.
okay. I was also thinking on the same terms, but yeah,
Yeah, you are right. The answer is right.
yeah,
Congratulations.
you're right, Tana. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So the other two clues that I was going to share, I just shared it with you. I mean, he did not even look for the clue. It was good that he answered without those clues. But the other two clues were about the opening d4 e6 c4 b6. I think which Swayams also plays.
Yeah.
But it is known as English attack also, right?
Yes, it also is known as English defense.
English
Yeah.
defense. Yeah.
But in some places it's mentioned that this is Paul Keres
Yeah. Keres.
defense.
Yeah.
That was
So I was thinking about Keres, but I was not sure if he plays e4, c5, knight f3, d6, b4, and if he was known as a eternal second.
I tried to confuse you there by asking Swayams, I mean, by asking Anwesh immediately if he has been a second to somebody, but this did not mean that second. It meant that he was always second, and though he wanted to be world number one,
World champion. Yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
he was always like there were some situations where he was very close to becoming a world champion, but the world champion did not take place, and things like that. The world war happened, things
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
challenges, and that is why he is considered to be one of those champions who did not become world champion, one of those great players. So that is why he is the eternal second.
Right.
Okay, that was Paul Keres. Thanks to Grandmaster Kidambi, we got the answer. Next question. He was born on 1st December 1880. He received Grandmaster title in 1950. He defeated top players like Capablanca, Skeletor, and was scheduled to play a match with Lasker for the World Championship in 1914, but it was cancelled due to the outbreak of World War I. He was from Poland. Again, both of you could answer this question.
So the only thing I'm trying to think is who has a Polish surname.
Yeah.
But yeah, without options, it's very difficult.
So the Tartakover is not there. Ninzovic.
What do you want to do? You want to call Anwesh?
No, I'll wait. I'll wait for Swams to guide me again in this situation.
You could
Yeah, this guy also.
yeah, he could misguide also. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure, but did Bogolchukov played a match? No.
Yeah, that was the name coming to my mind about Gogol Zhukov. But I have no idea if he's also Polish or not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe French. Capablanca.
No, I don't think he is French.
If you are not sure, maybe you could gift Swams the lifeline to call somebody else, someone else.
Yeah, sure. That will be.
The same guy for sure. So Kidambi has a vast knowledge about all chess history and other stuff.
Yeah, I
About
think you could do that. You could call him, but I mean, it's up to you.
just wondering.
I think I'll pass my lifeline to Swams because if I call now, so I have to use a lot of WhatsApp and stuff to
Correct.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, we can transfer your lifeline to Swams, and let's see.
So Anvesh, whom do you want me to call?
You can pick that also.
So in order to make it interesting, let's call someone else.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it would be better if you call someone else. Maybe Sarvana, if possible. Or
Let me check if I have his number.
I would have liked to call Pongovel also in such situations. I think he's also quite knowledgeable in this.
Yeah.
No, I don't have the number. What do you
So
think about I am Satyapragan?
Satyapragan, probably call Satyapragan.
Okay, let's try.
If he picks up your call.
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Okay, so we have transferred the lifeline to Anwesh. Sorry, we have transferred the lifeline of Anwesh to Swayams, and Swayams is going to call a chess friend. I am Satyapragyan.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Satyapragan, this is Swayams. I'm calling from Chessophile Show with Anwesh and Niranjan.
Yes.
So we have a question you are not able to answer, and we thought of calling you, and I hope you can help us.
I'll try my best.
Okay. So the question is, who is he? There is 4 hints, and from there you have to guess the person who it is.
Okay.
So first is he was born on 1st December 1880. Second, he received Grandmaster title in 1950.
Okay.
Third one, he defeated top players like Capablanca, Carl Schlechter, and was scheduled to play a match with Emmanuel Lasker for the World Championship in 1914. But it was cancelled due to the outbreak of World War I. And
Okay.
the fourth one is he was from Poland.
Rubinstein.
Ah, right. You are sure about it, right?
No.
Okay, but it's Rubinstein, Akiba Rubinstein.
Yes, it's right. That
Nice.
answer is right.
Satyavaya.
Yeah, is it correct?
You are absolutely correct.
Okay, so how much are you winning?
For you.
Okay, you are not bothered about cyclone and all. Okay, anyways, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was Rubinstein, of course.
I
So
think because of the Poland thing he got, right?
yeah. So the thing is, I was not so much worried about the answer because this I can retrieve this knowledge, but this call was very important. So
Yeah.
just to get trolled by Satyavaya, that's more important, you know. So sometimes I miss it also.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the correct answer. You can also get the other clues that I had prepared, that he is the favorite player of Boris Gelfand.
If I knew
Yeah,
that, you
this
would
would have been very much easier.
Yeah.
That was Akiba Rubinstein. Okay, now we enter the new segment which is called Chess Puzzles. And for today, I have kept it very simple. What is the name of the mating pattern used by black to win?
Okay. So Niranjan, I had done my homework on this thing.
Okay,
It's known as Anastasia's mate.
correct. So you did this homework after watching Ankit's show?
No, after watching the first show itself, I had
Oh,
some
great,
idea.
great. Okay. Anvesh, you knew about this?
I have seen Soumyati's and Nishadi's interview, and I saw you were asking some questions on regarding patterns. But well, I will say I'm not prepared. I have not done my homework, but then it's okay. I mean, anyway, I will learn something.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So this Anastasia checkmate, I was under the impression that it was named after an injection, but it's not.
So probably it's a Russian name, yeah. It's Anastasia, I guess.
Yeah, correct.
So it's
I
probably
think
Russian.
Carlson in his childhood also mated someone like this, and he remembered this like it was one of the brilliant moments of his childhood.
Who?
Magnus Carlson.
Ah, okay. I read, according to what I have read, this was mentioned in some book, and that is why it became so famous. The character's name was Anastasia. Okay, so that was very easy then. Thanks to the homework of Swayams. We will go to the second question now. What is the name of the mating pattern used by black to win? First, you have to find the best move and then tell what is the name of the mating pattern. This is to Anwesh.
So I already know the move. It's d5. So the idea
Correct.
is you have to, I mean, if white captures either with the queen or the bishop, you go queen takes c3, forcing
Yes.
white to play b takes c3, and then you go bishop a3 met, checkmate.
Correct. Correct.
That's for
What is the
sure.
name?
The name, that's the tricky part. So I have absolutely no idea about this name. But I have been seeing this mating pattern since the time I used to subscribe Chessmate. So it was initiative probably by Manuel Aaron, and
Yes.
I used to subscribe those magazines, and I have been seeing these checkmates since that time. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea how it is called. So probably I'll ask Swayams to help me on this.
Here,
Done
I mean,
homework.
according to the basics, you cannot ask OMs, but yeah, you have answered, let's say, 50% of the question. You could use flip.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking about your lifelines, but I'm not sure your lifelines will help me also. So, yeah, well, we don't have wrong choices also here. So, okay, I'll just probably flip the question and try. But
Yeah,
just in
that's
case, I would still
interesting.
like to know the name anyway of this meeting pattern.
I think
Okay,
it's named after a player.
correct. It's named after a player. So Anvesh has decided to flip and he will get a question soon. But before that, Swayams, do you know the answer?
Yeah, I think also in one of your shows with Adiban also the same name appeared.
Really?
I
Probably
think
already forgot.
Blackburn.
No, this is not Blackburn.
Oh, so so the homework is incomplete,
Yes.
as is all engineering assignments. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was Blackburn. That is why I was surprised when you said it has already appeared because I
yeah, you'd have remembered it, yeah, if you are.
yeah. So this is like the first time this checkmating pattern is coming. It's called the Boden's mate.
Bordens.
So now I'll go to the flip question. This is the host lifeline, and the question is as follows: which chess piece controls 14 squares irrespective of where it is placed?
The rook.
Correct. So just because you answered, the 50% of the answer, I thought of, an easy question for this. So your answer is right. It is the rook. But now when I shared this, like when I was writing like I was creating a chess exam for some of my students, just for the sake of making it fun, I included this question, and a lot of players they felt a little different when they heard it from this perspective that it is only the rook that controls 14 squares, irrespective of where it is placed. This came as a surprise to a lot of players.
I think this is mentioned in some book. I think 100 in games you must know.
Okay, I have checked that book, but I have not come across this. Maybe I've just I did not pay attention. But yes, this was told to me by Raja Ravi Sekhar. So I was a
Mhm.
student in 2006. So he also asked me this question, and I got the answer, but I felt a little different. Like this is a very interesting way to put the question. It's from there. A lot of questions you already knew, but there were some challenges. I am glad that there was a mix of levels. There were some easy questions, there were some tough questions. Now we will go to the puzzle battle. I want you both to be on the website chess.com/puzzle/battle. Do you know about puzzle battle? Have you played puzzle battle before?
Yeah.
Definitely not. I have just tried Puzzle Rush a couple of times, but that's all.
Okay. So you both are ready? Shall we start the puzzle battle then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. The puzzle battle has started between Swayams and Anwesh. You can see that Anwesh has already got first point. Both are on three each now. Both the players have 3 points. Yeah, this is fun. It will be interesting to see if you guys manage to surpass the scores of the other players on the show.
What is the highest score?
I think 40. Anvesh has a huge rating, 2726. Want to see Anvesh catching up as and when positions appear.
So I probably am missing something now.
Yes. As of now, you can see that Swayams is leading by 4 points, now by 3. Yeah, this is fun. So both of you are playing from the mouse? With the help of
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not the touchpad.
No. So we are absolutely not ready for this. So do you have any chances, like how many turns you get, or you just keep on playing, or you have 3 chances? Yeah.
Three
Yeah, here
chances.
there are 3 chances. So Swayams has 2 chances and Anvesh has 1. Last 30 seconds, I think. Yeah, last 30 seconds. It's getting intense now. Anvesh is catching up.
Okay.
3 out. Let's see. All right. The first battle is won by Swayams. Okay. Now, are you ready for the second round?
Yes. Oh, this is fun. I've never tried this actually. I didn't even know about this feature.
Uh huh. Anvesh has already got one. And Anvesh will be looking to win this one. Let's see. So it is clear that you're playing this for the first time because your rating is
I'm just not used to this format actually, but I'm still trying. I'm still trying my best.
This is my favorite feature. We could like organize a battle like this. So another format which called survival mode.
So you keep on playing in that, or how is
It's like
supposed to?
3 chances again, but there is no time limit. Like here you have 3
Ah.
chances, right?
Okay, so you keep on playing that.
Yeah.
And I think only Karthik and
As the highest score, yeah.
16, I guess. So Niranjan, what is your highest score here?
When I have done just a normal puzzle, I have 40 or 41. That's my highest so far.
Never you took a battle with any friends?
Uh, Not really. I mean, I don't remember the scores when I did a battle. But I have not played it with a friend yet. I've played it with random people online.
So this is also my first time with a friend. I have played with some random players.
Oh,
Okay, with friend it's more fun.
yeah. I'm also thinking we could do an Indian championship of puzzle battles. Could be interesting.
Yeah, it's a good idea, I think. I mean, this format is very interesting. Just surprising that I've never never seen this.
20 seconds. Five seconds. Uh-huh. So
Okay.
let's take this in the puzzle battle. What are your thoughts about your first experience, Anwesh?
It was pretty good. So before this, I have just tried that Puzzle Rush, that also occasionally. But yeah, I'm still not used to making such very simple moves. So usually when I get a position, I'm looking at something difficult. But yeah, then I realize it's just a simple capture and you are getting the position done.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably with more practice, I can improve this thing.
Yes.
But yeah, it's much fun, when you do it live and you're playing someone, then it's much fun.
True.
Yeah, it's I mean, just to get your tactical insights, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, this is my favorite feature on chess.com. I like it very much.
Yeah.
So this brings us to, let's say, the last segment. We did the questions, we did the puzzles, so we did the puzzle battle. Now I would like to know if you have some message, or let's say like to thank somebody, or say sorry, or say thank you, or like just talk about your experiences. Like, let's use this as a platform. So here is your chance. Let's start with Swayams. Do you have anything to say? And also please add your thoughts about being on the Chessophile show. What are your thoughts?
So first, I would like to thank Niranjan for inviting us and Anwesh for being such a nice colleague. And from childhood, we have been very good friends, and we have shared some very nice moments and memories together. And we still are doing, having good memories. And yeah, I would like to thank my family, my coaches, my friends, and well wishers. Of course, I don't think I have any fans, so that's out of question. And yeah, my students also, from them I learn a lot. And my well wishers, family, and friends who have been supporting me throughout my life and still are supporting. And my wife who stood by me in some difficult situations in my career, chess career.
Uh-huh, okay. So your wife, would you like to tell a little about her? Like, is she also a chess player?
She used to play chess in her childhood days. Now she's not playing, but she's writing content for websites in
Okay,
digitally. Because of the lockdown, she's working
from home.
remotely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Anvesh? Do you have things to say?
Yeah, well, I actually would like to thank the entire chess fraternity. So starting from you, so thanks for inviting me. It was a very nice experience. We have done so many professional interviews, but this felt really much fun, and especially with Swams alongside, it was, you can say, fun redoubled. And yeah, about chess, what chess for the chess fraternity, the entire fraternity. So thanks for supporting this very nice game, and thanks for playing it loyally and fairly all throughout. It means a lot to all the chess lovers out there, and also the parents who are well motivating the kids to take up this sport. So please go forward, because this not only helps you become a good chess player, but it as a whole, it helps you become a good person in your life. So it really helps, cut a lot of vices. So I think
Yes.
this is a very nice thing to. I would just like to say that. So just don't be demotivated. The times are tough now, but as you can say that there is always a silver lining. So you can, just hope for the best and keep up this good game.
Okay. But I'm sure you have fans also. You have something to say to your.
Me about fans. Well, I'm not sure if I have any fans. Uh, right now, I'm just curious about that message who wanted to know if I'm married or not. But I probably don't have good news for. I hope it's a her. And yeah, I'm committed to somebody. So yeah, I don't have
Oh,
any hope for this guy or girl. I'm not sure how to even put it. Anonymous person.
okay.
So yeah, and well, about my fans, yes, if I have any, so thanks for supporting me and following me, and yeah, just so as long as chess keeps us connected, so they can count on me anytime.
Okay, that was a nice closing statement. Okay, from my side, I have a souvenir to both of you. You can print it out whenever there is a chance. This is to Swayams and this is to Anwesh. Thank you for being a part of this Chessophile show.
Okay, thanks for
Niranjan, I would
inviting
like
us in
to
the first place.
Pardon?
Thanks for inviting us in the first place.
Okay. You are welcome.
Niranjan, I would like to add that okay, yesterday I was talking to a parent of a student, so I
Uh-huh.
was just about this Chessophile show. So he asked me what is Chessophile, and I sent the link of your show. And then he told me, I told him, okay, it might not be very interesting like the normal talk shows or like Coffee with Karan, but it's a very nice, interesting format you have kept, like somewhere between KBC and somewhere between,
Coffee
let's say,
with Karan, yeah. Yes, yes.
and it's like I think that's only show on chess which is interesting. So he did not reply me for half an hour, and then he told me, okay, I was watching the show and it was very interesting, so I could not reply.
Oh, that's a very good compliment. Thank you. I think you're the first person to say that live, that you recommended it to someone and they liked it. Many
Yeah,
years back, I had this idea to host a chess talk show, and I also did a pitch to a few people, but there were not many interested people here, so I felt maybe I could do it on my own, and this lockdown was that chance. So I designed it in such a way that even the non-chess players could learn a lot about chess, and also the chess players could learn a lot themselves by just being on the show. I am sure you must have learned something which was new to you.
yeah. Still, I'm not sure who is the first correspondence world champion.
Yeah, you must go to the first episode to find that out. I mean, Adiban and Setraman were very kind with their presence. Like they said, we would be happy to be the first guest, and they came to the show. And I think after that, I also was very motivated to continue this. I wasn't sure if I would be doing many shows, but then when I saw the response, I felt this should go on, and that is how I continued with the show. Challenge being that players should be happy to come. So when I have like I did share invitations, like I did send out invitations to a lot of players, but those who have accepted, they all have enjoyed the show. So I'm very glad that they all had very good experiences, and I'm sure that you both also had good experience here being on the show.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. So as I mentioned earlier, that well, most of the players, they have this characteristics, like they call themselves or refer themselves as introverts. So maybe that's why you have some players who are hesitating to take up on the show. But yeah, I would advise each and every one of them to be a part of this show. It's actually very fun, and
Yes.
it's competitive as well as fun. So what else you want? So this is exactly just like you're playing chess. So that's the main purpose of a sport in general. So that's why I will just recommend it to, I mean, anyone. And I'm very much pleased with the questions that my, well, fans or followers, you can say, posed for me. So I didn't get any chess related questions. So that, I mean, that actually inspires me a lot, because I was, well, mostly expecting, so which we usually get during interviews. So, well, any sessions, Q&A sessions, we get questions like, so sir, what should I play for this opening? Or sir, how should I attack from white? Okay, so I was not interested in answering such trivial questions. But yeah, these questions were fun, and I mean, it's a good thing that you are combining your daily work with this show. So it's a
Yeah.
very nice motive.
Okay. So thank you both, like Anvesh and Swayams. Thank you for coming to this show, and I look forward to many more shows in the future also. And I've also got nominations, so we'll send out the invitations to them and see how it turns out. So thank you. I think we can call it an end here. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Niranjan. I wish you all the best for your future shows and keep the
Yeah.
good.
Thank you, and same to both of you. Thank you.
yeah.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
Chessophile Show.
The Chessophile Show.